Hello, hello. How you doing? I forgot to put male in the title. Should I do it anyway? I'm worried. All right. Let us do that. Do I have a camera? Do I have a camera screen? Sort of. There we go. That'll do. Hello. Ah. Let us see 105
What we've got.
huge months. Newt, thank you for the 105 huge months. That's so specific. That's so... Craig, you did so much work on the alerts that I don't know about. Doom, thank you for 38 months. Appreciate y'all. So this first thing, I don't know what it is. I don't even know if it's something that one of y'all sent me. Oh, maybe you did. I simply don't know. I don't have a, it didn't come with a gift message. So I don't know if this is something that we ordered or that was sent. But I'll share it anyway. It's some HyperX pudding keycaps. Yes. Very pity. If these were sent, thank you. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, pudding keycaps are awesome. Love it. Pudding. Pudding. Whoops, sorry. It's just the look. They're see-through or translucent on the bottom, but not on top. Other than that, they're normal keys. They look like a little pudding. You know, little pudding. Craig, thank you for 97 huge months. So this one's definitely from Craig. God, this tape with like the rebar inside. It would be so easy to break it. Oh, I have scissors right here. Hooray. If it weren't for the rebar, of course is the point. Fortunately, I have the world's strongest nails. So, because I just refuse to stop drinking milk. Nakomi and I are total opposites on that front. Her nails are like paper. Mine are like steel. We cannot share nail clippers. Oh, beautiful. Fantastic. Check it out. Chewy. Samus and Chill. Chewy's the musician. Samus is not Chewy. Beautiful. Love it. As you may have noticed, I've been slowly getting my my office into a better state to where I'm hoping to be able to amend a few things, such as the lack of the vinyl, the lack of the record player, and also I would like to do VR again. I miss VR very much. Ooh, this is a beautiful record. Look at this. It didn't come with himbos, but it has himbos now. Fantastic. Although I must say, I'm a little scared of the using the vinyls. I feel like stuff has only gotten worse on that front recently, and well, it's just like, what do you even do? Well, I mean, I could still use it for my own listening. I meant on stream. Going in the library. Fantastique. Yeah, thanks to the wireless headset, when I do have it set up, I can, just throw these on, throw a record on, and go anywhere, listen to it. It's nice. I could probably also broadcast it to other machines and stuff. And then I have one other thing that is technically a mail item, but this is more. It's a whole story. So, yes, those are exactly the same word. I'm sorry, but y'all, every time I bring up mail on stream, I hear like the cart trundling out. It starts to roll down the gravel road. Horses neighing. And there's just fucking 100 of you in this fucking tiny cart. And you're like, MALE? Have you heard this joke yet? But, screaming it. So anyway, there's a bit more of a saga to this one. Back when Good and I did We Were Here also, the third, episode 3, Return of the We Who Are Here. That was sponsored in the sense of like they gave us keys, but they also sent some like cool promo stuff. But I never shared it because it didn't arrive in time. And it didn't arrive for a long time. Not until after we got done. Well done. I think it was like a month or two after. Was it last year? I don't think so. I think it was this year. Would that have been in like February? Let me see if this box has a postage date on it. When it would have been sent. So it was, I think around April or May was when we did that this year. So the promo box showed up quite late. And then because it wasn't really relevant, I mean, I didn't want to not share it, but I just was like, well, I got to do that sometime. And we haven't really done a lot of mail. So I figured I'd take the opportunity to go through this box real quick with y'all. Because it was very cool of them to send it, and I feel bad for never having shared it, you know? And they don't know why. They don't know that it didn't make it to me in I don't know what word I'm forgetting here. In a timely fashion, it didn't arrive. So, I feel bad. They'll probably never send me anything again. But I did enjoy the game, and I love their stuff, so I feel bad. But right on top, we get this cool card. And it says, "Dear Explorer, have you not heard what is foretold? A new adventure, heartwarming yet bold. A whimsical mystery once started together. A shared memory that will last forever. With your enthusiasm for We Were Here, you have played a brilliant part. This Arctic orb is to let you know you have earned an honorable place in our heart." I'm just feeling worse and worse as I read this. "This gift may still contain secrets unheard. Beware, it's better shaken, not stirred. I'll help you leave Castle Rock from the 10th of May. Now it's up to you to run, Explorer, unless you want to stay. With love, Total Mayhem Games." And then after that, we have some kind of unfortunately packed stickers. They got a little smushed. The box was not really a nice size for this size sticker sheet, unfortunately. But they're not ruined, so it's still cool. There's some other little stuff. There's a We Were Here Forever sticker. Little shiny sticker. And some We Were Here Forever magnets. Yeah, just throw those stickers under a book, probably. Leave them there for a while, and it would flatten them out. More stickers. They went crazy with stickers. This one says, "Will these lost souls ever escape the haunted castle?" "Let your voice be my guide." Another nice little sticker. There's so many stickers, y'all. So many. They went sticker crazy. It's a nice one. It looks awesome with their logo. We have one that is the same design as those magnets. There's a coupon code at their official store. We Were Here Forever, coming May 2022. And then we come down to the bottom. So there's an additional box inside here. And then we also have a little toque, a beanie, a hat, so that's nice. And a lovely shirt. Yeah, it's nice. And then we have this. Find your key to Castle Rock on the bottom of this thing. So it's a game key, which is redundant because they already sent me a key, which is good because this did not show up in time. And then we have this, and this is amazing. Oh yeah, it's really taped onto the bottom there. Like, this is legit. Also, it's so heavy. There we go. Isn't that nice? It's beautiful. Yeah, it has quite a lot of snow in it. It's lovely. I think it's really quite a premium promo item, honestly. Very impressive. And that was it. I'm sad that I didn't manage to get that on the stream in a timely fashion for them, because they are very cool. And I love the stuff that they've done with We Were Here. It's just it's a fun series. I always enjoy a new installment. I hope they do more. That's it. So thank you to Total Mayhem Games for that. Sorry again. Craig, thank you for the absolutely lovely vinyl. Very excited to give that a spin. And either thank you somebody or thank you me, or I don't know what happened with the pudding caps. Maybe one day we'll sort that out. Do not know what happened there. All right, so shall we go back to the weird and wonderful world of Scarlet Hollow? I don't know if it was from Throne. Normally with Throne, you get a little gift message included so that you know it was from Throne. But in this instance, there was no gift message, so I don't know. Back to Dahalar. Right. So, what was that about? He seemed pretty insistent on talking to you alone. Yeah, he didn't say anything weird, did he? So, do we be bristly about it? Do we immediately betray his trust? Do we get defensive about it? Or do we kind of twist the information into something that we can investigate? Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards 4. Well, maybe not twist, but just sort of dodge, you know, that whole aspect of it. No, we never told them that. We're the only one that knows. Tulip's apparently made some weird imaginary friends. We might want to check it out later this week. Kids make up imaginary friends all the time. Pastor Daniel says that there's a rat infestation in the church, and that the rats are her friends. I don't know, it seemed weird. I should have known we'd have to deal with a spooky kid at some point. Okay. As much as I'd hate going back there, I guess that's a loose lead. If we don't have anything else to investigate once we've found Stella and... Kanika pauses. Once we've checked out the clinic, then maybe we can look around the church. Sounds like a plan. Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella, though. Where to next? Before you can suggest your next move, you start to feel woozy. Spots form at the edges of your vision. Your legs suddenly feel unstable, your body sending you clear signals of exhaustion. And then it passes. Still, it probably won't be long before your body needs a chance to rest. You should plan your next move wisely. Fuck. So now I have a time limit on what I can do because of my age. Well, we're not going to the cops. I don't know. The rest of these are the ones that we basically didn't pick because they didn't seem like they mattered. I'm thinking maybe this one here. I'm not sure, but this is what I'm thinking. I'm supposed to get tea with your mom today. Maybe she'll have some ideas. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles of herbs for protection or something, which might actually work. Who knows? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the three of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello to you two. Hope you're both recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom. It's just that Stella's missing and Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. You need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Co about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to him. You're definitely not up for it after all that running around. And besides, I'll be doing a tea reading. Those always bore you to tears. Go on upstairs, sweetie. Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Bye, Co. She became like a robot. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. And I'm so sorry to be a bad host, Avery, but I was hoping Co and I could do our reading in private. I'm sure Winnie needs help at the diner. You're right. I've totally left her on her own today. Fine by me. I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes. I'm sure those leaves are very particular. Oh, but before I go, I did want to ask. Are you a witch? As flattered as I am that you think I'm that magical, I'm just an old lady who likes tea and has a few unusual hobbies. Look, I'm just saying, doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned. But I won't push it. Though, just so you know, if you are a witch, you can totally tell us. We'd be cool about it. I'll leave y'all to your not supernatural private tea leaf reading. We'll catch up tomorrow, Co. They make their way out of the general store, disappearing down the street in the direction of the diner. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Please, have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with an undercurrent of decaying earth. It's the same tea you sampled with Avery at the diner on Tuesday. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? Alright, I don't know if we need to be so pushy yet. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal. You find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. So, how did you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Oh, my family's been in these hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. The other day you promised to tell me. What was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Pearl Ann was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say, she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Why were Pearl Ann and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young. Too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Did they even exist? I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart, or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenaged fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, with what was skipping town and all. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother, or maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. Well, our remaining options are to be pretty rude. Do we be pretty rude? They both feel rude to me, but I guess that's just that's where my compass is. Certainly it's less rude than one. What's with all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. I'll need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me the full picture. All right. You close your eyes and take another sip, and then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it. What if you love the tea and you were just like, you just lick the mug clean and then hand it back? Yeah. He's like, oh, you weren't supposed to do that. The small cup empty, save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Unless you're mistaken, the tea has also helped with your condition, at least a little bit. You still feel aged and worn, but you're a little less tired and a little mentally sharper than you were a few minutes ago. Oh, good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. Now,
on to business. Oh, is this going to cost money? Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty. And the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may, at the very least, be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here. A cat. An enemy, lurking in plain sight. I don't know. She certainly doesn't mean an actual cat. I don't really feel like I could particularly pin it on anybody here, even Tabitha or Wayne. Strange. Maybe Sybil, though. I honestly don't feel strongly about any of them. I mean, I'll explain. I mean, first of all, she doesn't mean actual cats, so let's rule that out. Tabitha, I think, is possibly just misunderstood. Wayne has been only warning us, and I'm not sure is an actual enemy. I don't think we would think that it would be Stella, but that could be like some sort of big twist. I don't think it's Kanika. I certainly don't think it's Oscar. I don't think it's Reese, although something is happening to Reese, but I don't think that he's the enemy. Avery seems like a very good person. Don't have any reason to suspect Avery. I think Dr. Kelly's motives and, I mean, I think her behavior is somewhat explainable and not conclusive that she's an enemy. Pastor Daniel, we've only just met. And I think that the reason that he's ostracized is probably to do with the talking to animals thing, as we sort of experienced ourselves. So I'm just sort of like, yeah, if we had Bus Guy, maybe I'd select him, but he's not here. I would select him. I would select Bag of Boiled Peanuts. But yeah, not a one of them would I necessarily point the finger at. I don't really think it's Sybil either, but it's easier to throw her under the bus? I don't really want to do number one because I feel like that makes it seem like we're stupid. But it is true that it would be an out of all of these. No, I think it's fair to be somewhat suspicious of Sybil. She's been very close to the cuff. But I feel like that's not necessarily definitive either. I'm just going to lose here because I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. It's just how I am. I think it's between one or the last one. Okay. Let's try the last one. Ha! Wow! Game? That's ridiculous. Sybil is helping you, and if she was the cat, why would she warn you about herself? Pick someone else. That's unexpected. It's amazing that they provided that as an option. I can select it again as well. Okay. Well. Again? I don't think it's a clever ruse. I think it's seriously an option that they gave. Yeah, I'm gonna choose number 1. Oh, the cat's gotta be Pixel. Or maybe it's Frou-Frou. Those are the 2 cats I know. Duh. Yeah. Dear, the cat isn't a literal cat. Like I said, it's a symbol for an enemy lurking in plain sight. Probably a human enemy, but almost certainly not a cat. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connecting to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stones, carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely that they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek these carvings out, piece together what you can from your visions, and arm yourself with information. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. I feel like we're being pushed along here somewhat. I think I felt another in the clinic, but bad stuff always happens around them. I shouldn't seek out more of them. Those stones need to be left undisturbed. Fuck it. I think I felt another in the clinic. That's good. If you can find your way inside and uncover another stone, that could give you a leg up on your adversary. You'll just have to be careful to avoid the doctor. Something tells me she won't take too kindly to you sniffing around in her clinic. I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. You helped last night. Why don't you come with me? I may have been able to see through that spirit's illusions, but I'm not some kind of all-powerful entity. I'm an old woman I have trouble with my knees, and my eyesight isn't what it used to be. Well, me too. In most situations, I'd be more of a liability than a helpful companion. Imagine if I'd been in those mines with you. Some use I'd be, struggling to climb over rocks and ladders, throwing my back out from all the crouching. Well, I don't really feel like being sassy. Guess I'll just thank her and leave. I know, we got nothing about the ditchlings. Thanks. I'll let you know if I find anything. Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well, and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. I'm starting to get quite concerned that we're on the road to a big bamboozle. In fact, apropos of nothing, I'm beginning to worry that it's just going to be Stella. I think that's a significant possibility. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Sybil closes the door to the tea room. The bells of its door are strangely flat in the stale air of the nearly empty general store. Go to the clinic or go to your doctor's appointment? This seems significant. Sorry. Excuse me. Well, we already know none of these are going to go well. Ghosts are real. Just thought you should know. Yeah, I know. I have YouTube. I'm old now. Or older. Thanks for not bringing it up. Don't beat yourself up over it. Silver's a good look on you. Oh, wow. Complimentary miles. That's weird. That was unexpected. This is such a weird question. You see any weird rocks around town? Nah, I'm done hanging around rocks after that whole thing in the mine. Fair. I feel like he's being less of a dick. Like a lot less of a dick. Is your mom a witch? Yeah, she's way too obvious about it if you ask me. It's pretty cool though. Huh. So, Kanika has a cold, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Why? Do you like my sister or something? Oh, shit. Wow. Yeah, she's single. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't thought about it much. I mean, I don't like her. I'm just worried about her. Nah, she kind of sucks. Yeesh. I'm overriding chat. I'm just worried about her. You shouldn't be. Wow. All right. Well, you're not going anywhere before checking in on Kanika. You make your way upstairs. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while. I'm not your mom. Oh, Ko, what's up? Do we want to invite her to the clinic? Really? You guys are really set on that, huh? It's definitely the most popular option. I was planning on going alone, yeah. Oddly enough. My genuine feeling is I just kind of don't care what happens to me. I don't know why. That's my vibe. I mean, relating to the story, I wasn't trying to be maximum millennial just then. I think it is to do with that, Seth. I feel like, I guess, sunk cost fallacy. I just feel like I'm already fucked up. So, I don't know. I don't know what that feeling is. But you guys are probably right to override that feeling. I'm going to the clinic. I was hoping you would join me. I was hoping to be able to check in with Reese sometime today. I want to ask if he knows anything about Stella, and, you know, make sure he's okay after what happened at dinner. Yeah, screw this. Why did I even listen to my mom in the first place? I don't need to sit around in my room just because she said to. Do you want to come in for a sec while I get ready? You hear frantic crumpling and clinking and shuffling as she tidies her room. Okay, come on in. I thought that said boats, and I was like, what? Boots makes way more sense for the goth here. Books, books, books. She has a cool room. I like this little terrarium glass house thing. Kanika's room is the sort of place that's stuck between the past and the present. Faded stickers from her childhood line her bookshelf, and boxes of packed belongings sit in the corners of the room. I don't usually have people over, so don't judge me too harshly for the state of the place. Tip. Dialogue options marked romance will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to, and will lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. I feel like the game, this chapter seems like it's a little bit more hand-holdy. Or, well, they updated their content warnings, so maybe additionally there was some feedback or something about maybe people in general were unhappy with not understanding the consequences of their actions. Kind of feel like if I had the option, I would maybe tone those down. I don't think there is such an option. Because, like, I don't really need to know that. I'm kind of fine with the surprise, but I can understand people not liking that, I guess. No, accessibility seems to be all about, like, visuals and audio. I don't think there's anything about gameplay in it. Yeah, it's all visuals and audio. It is. But I'm just saying, personally, I accept that it's hard to understand. Because to me, that's sort of what makes these games the way they are. But again, I'm not judging. Anyway, I wouldn't be choosing romance with Kanika because we chat settled on Stella. So Stella is waifu. Even though she's definitely probably going to kill us, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know what's happening. Stella seemed nice. But that's just the sort of switcheroo, right? That's just the sort of thing. It's suspicious now to me. It's damn suspicious to me. Packing for something? You motion to the stack of cardboard boxes. That's all my stuff from college. I never really unpacked. It seemed like a waste to unload everything. It's not like I'll be staying here long term, so I'd just have to pack up again eventually. I guess I did move back in over a year ago, so these boxes have just been sitting here unopened for a long time. But any day now, I'll load them back into the van and get out of town. Any day now. Alright, so do we stomp off to the clinic, or do we redouble our efforts on the Stella quest? Which I feel like is now an even tougher choice than it was before. Do you think it would still take us to the clinic? I don't know. I don't blame you for being divided, chat. I feel like this is a tough choice at this point. Really tough. I mean, we haven't found, in all of our choices before, we have not found one single shred or crumb of a clue about Stella. Nothing. We called, we texted, we visited like 3 or 4 places, her house, her kitchen, her room, her computer. We have not, nobody's seen her, nothing. And that's really, really, really weird. So...
Eat the butt up.
Yeah. Clinic bits. Beer, thank you for the clinic bits. I think there is some credibility to being suspicious of Sybil. There's a couple weird things that happened. One is the game behaved weirdly when we tried to accuse Sybil in a way that it's never behaved before. 2 is something weird happened when she told Kanika that she needed to rest. Kanika's character up to this point has been pretty willful, pretty, you know, I wouldn't say stubborn, but determined. She's independent-minded, and she seems to commit to like what she's got her mind set on. And as I commented when Sybil told her to go rest, it was like she switched off and started acting robotic and just went to her room. And her eyes even did something different from normal. She kind of had like robo eyes. I mean, like not really, but she just, her eyes looked kind of dead. I don't know if it was intentional, but it seemed like a different emotion than we had seen on her before. And then when we visited her just now, it felt like we kind of snapped her out of it. When she was like, yeah, why did I even go to my room anyway? You know what I mean? It's sort of like she was in a trance. Yeah, Nee mentioned that as well, that maybe the tea has something to do with it as well, you know? I mean, it could be that Sybil is a witch and she is more powerful than she lets on and is controlling things. I don't know if I necessarily feel like it 100% makes her a villain, but there's something weird going on. So that's why I'm feeling like this is a tough choice. Because while I'm dismayed that we haven't found a single clue, I'm also worried that perhaps all efforts to try to find Stella are actually in total futility. And we never will find anything. You know, it could go either way. You could assume that you just haven't looked hard enough. Or you could start to feel like there's nothing to find. Oh, yeah. And she does want us to find the symbols. So, I mean, like, you could definitely suspect that she's, like, trying to push us into this. And as we pointed out to her, every time that or maybe we didn't point this out to her. It might have been one of the options that we didn't choose. But every time we've got near one of those things is when shit has hit the fan and people get hurt. I mean, if we're being honest, it certainly seems like the best thing that could happen to this town is if we were to just fucking leave. That really seems like probably what needs to happen. I mean, those are the dots I'm putting together. I feel like I'm the cat. So, after all of that, how are we feeling? And it's okay if we're still divided. I'll just pick one so we can move on. And I'm absolutely not trying to, like, push you one way or the other. I think the thing that Sybil said about connecting the dots started to bug me. Because I started to question whether I have been. Or if I'm really missing something big. Oscar doesn't know for sure that the ghost happened before we entered the town. But the ditchlings, I would say, can also be explained in that if they're supposed to be portents of doom, we would still fit that. Arriving in town as the doom that was coming. So I don't feel like that really confirms that it's not us. Does that make sense? I think we went to the library day 2. Well, I'm going to go with number 2 then. We still have to find Stella. I'm not going anywhere without you. Let's get out here and see what we can find at the clinic. I think she meant to say, let's get out of here. But that's okay. So yeah, it still leads to the clinic, so we were agonizing over nothing. The fuck? The fuck is this? The two of you make your way back out into the hallway. What the fuck? But before you make it to the stairs, a light turns on, startling both of you. I thought you were going to get some rest, Kanika. You should really get back to bed, or this cold of yours will only get worse. But I still have a lot of energy. I feel like we were possibly right on the fucking money, concerningly. I also don't like this head tilt. I don't feel like sitting around. I don't think I need to. Of course you do. I know best, and you just haven't been yourself these past few days. All this running around has been a detriment to your health. She's starting to sound like Dr. Kelly. Yeah, well, the whole scene is super fucking creepy. Miles and I want to see you healthy. You hold this family together. You shouldn't get between a mother and her daughter. Sybil knows what's best here, and Kanika is more than capable of speaking for herself. Why is the game doing this so much now? Something's really going on with all this. I'm honestly starting to believe that these messages we've been getting are indeed actually coming from Sybil. I don't know. It's just, it really breaks convention with the previous chapters. And the most different factor is her. Yeah, we didn't drink the tea originally. We took a sip. Ah, man. This is interesting. I guess I don't have a choice in the matter, though. You remain silent. Kanika sighs. I'm sorry, Mom. I know I've been neglecting the general store, and I let Miles run off the other day. That was so irresponsible of me. That's all right, Kanika. He could have gotten hurt, but he didn't. And it seems like you learned a valuable lesson from the experience. Now let's get you to bed. You just need another day to recover. Then you can get back to all this town mystery business. Co, you'll be fine without her until tomorrow. My mom is right, Co. You go on without me. See you later, okay? Before you can utter another word, Kanika returns to her room. Sybil's eyes carefully watch you as you leave and make your way back to Main Street alone. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Ditchlings. The ditchlings are back. This also looks like a crucified man, a little bit. These kind of do too. I mean, I know they're just Eves or whatever. There is. Can we talk to it? Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's Christmas. It's like a magnet has been fixed on your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. God, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. There's Wayne. Ditchling. Ditchling. Cuteling. Sith, thank you for the biddies. It's time for your checkup. Yes, I will talk to a woodland creature. You quickly glance around, eyes trained on the underbush. A flash of striped tail grabs your eye immediately. Can I help you, Buster? Hey there. If you were trying to break into that house at the top of the hill, how would you do it?
No, 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 no!
Sith, thank you for the biddies. I mean, both are good, Sith. What? Just because I've got little hands and go through people's trash, I'm supposed to know how to break into places? There's a hill that'll take you right up to that big flat roof thing. Sometimes the humans leave windows open up there and I go inside. Don't tell them, okay? I like to sleep in their big piles of cloth. It's one of my few joys in life. He leaves as you turn back to look at the clinic. A dull throb sets into your knees. There's no way you're doing that. Hot. But you're not sure you even need to jump. You used to be quite the Casanova in high school. And back in the day, you learned two things. First, that the second floor of a residential building is never locked. And second, Jesus Christ, the skills needed to take advantage of that security flaw. Turns out, hot was advantageous for breaking and entering. No judgmental parents ever managed to get in the way of you and your high school flames. Either way, you have your way in. And then it doesn't give me the option. I guess we're going to do our appointment and then leave and then come back in? Or something? Should we knock on Reese's basement windows? Oh, you guys are already saying 111. Hi. That's a bug? Oh no. Wait, which? You cautiously approach the house, kneeling next to the low basement windows of Reese's room. Let me just do the VIP thing here. There you go. Hot giving you the prompt? Oh, well dang it. Hot has been so useful up to now. You knock. There's no one in there. Reese must be somewhere else. Okay. Scum? I mean, if it's a bug, I would imagine that it's probably not going to be changed by a reload, but we can check. My God, I always do this. I always, like, attempt to overwrite my saves. We are indeed old. But the hot dialogue seemed... It went from, like, saying, oh, well, I'm old, I won't be able to do that. But... there's no way you're doing that. But you're not sure you even need to jump. Blah, blah, blah. It's okay. No, I have the old filter turned down a bit, but it's still there. You already have an appointment. You might as well just walk into the clinic and see Dr. Kelly. You can figure out the rest of your investigation later. No bug. I have to tell you guys, this game rocks. And we voraciously consumed the first 3 chapters just in time to find out that you were releasing the 4th chapter the same week that I got done with the 3rd. And I'm also someone who just recently made, and it's not very good, but I just recently made a sort of visual novel stream game for my like October horror theme. And I learned what a nightmare it is to make a visual novel game with branching paths. So I have a lot of appreciation for the insane layers of stuff that you guys have done here with the perks and all that. By the way, I'm a hot talk to animals, which has just been, wow. In fact, it's probably the meme choice that everybody does, but it's still been fun. You open the door to the clinic. It creaks loudly on its hinges. Oh, by the way, I heard that the art here, like all the drawn stuff, are you guys scanning that in? Are those all drawn traditionally? Because that makes this even so much more insane to me, because I was doing drawings digitally, and I also basically I imposed crunch on myself because I started my project a week before I wanted to use it, and I didn't do the calculation in my head of the like 1,000 drawings you have to do for a game like this. So the fact that y'all are doing the drawings traditionally and then scanning them in is mind-boggling to me, because with digital you can really fix things and alter things very easily, but you're kind of committed when you're drawing it on real. So good lord. Extremely impressive. The interior feels surprisingly modern compared to its exterior, though you can still glimpse the ornate bones of the building peeking through the decorative molding and the overly complicated banister lining the stairway. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. But before it can drag you too far into the clinic, Dr. Kelly puts aside her paperwork and makes her way down the hall. Her expression is still as exasperated as ever, despite the fact that she's the one who asked you to take your time out of your day to come here. Dino, thank you for that gift sub. Appreciate it. Also, Anonymous, thank you for that gift sub earlier to Black Tabby. Ah, the color's digital. I had a feeling that was probably the case. But yeah, like, amazing stuff, really. Love the art in this. You made it. Good. The exam room is just this way. You don't need a doctor's appointment. You need to find whatever's been calling you here. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work. And I don't think this is going to work. Oh, boy. What do we think here? Try one? I mean, she's already slapped us back from doing that. Tour seems insane. Like, she's not stupid, right? I don't know. Like, when we talked to her before and she was informed on everything, that didn't seem like it really changed her disposition that much. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all are kind of convincing me that maybe number 1 is the way to go. Like, let's just see what happens. Wait, I felt something pulling at me. I should go find it. The only thing pulling at anyone here is the mystery of what happened to your body that made you look like you aged overnight. The exam room is just to your right. See, I don't think she was actually convinced. I think that she was being polite. And she's intrigued, but she's going to do the doctor thing. She wants to examine us. She doesn't really want to give us a physical. She wants to figure out, maybe she's actually connected the dots to Reese. Because Reese has obvious visual differences in his appearance, I would think. I can't imagine he always looked like a almost borderline vampire or werewolf. And I would imagine that she would have noticed this. So the doctor directs you down a hallway, and you follow her into the clinic's exam room. I'm just going to start with some general diagnostics, but I'd also like to do some blood work today, if you're amenable to that. She presses the cold metal of her stethoscope to your chest. We got some real options here. I'm fine with these. You haven't heard from Stella yet, right? Dr. Kelly briefly removes the stethoscope from your chest. She's still missing? I haven't seen her. I'll make sure to check with Reese. I know he hears from her pretty frequently. But let's finish this up first. Yeah, she actually is concerned. She places the stethoscope back on your chest. This whole conversation is us just absolutely ruining this doctor's appointment. By just making her hear my voice as loudly as possible. Not number 1, huh? I was actually inclined to do it. Oh, we also have let the doctor work, which would probably be the more sensible choice. Okay, so generally nobody likes number 1. I don't think we need to be all, will I have to pay for this? I don't really care about being poked and prodded. So for me, it's either... Well, for me, 1's still kind of an option. But it's either number 2... Or number 6, really. This is kind of funny, but it seems stupid at the same time. Aha, I've swayed you. I fooled you all. I'm curious about this. I'm sorry, but I am. Why are you suddenly being so nice to me? It's easier to be nice to people when I'm not worried about them making my son ill. And you're just here for a checkup. Okay. I'll do this one for y'all. Give it to me straight, Doc. How much longer do I have left? Shh. This is exactly the response I expected. No doctor can know something like that for sure. I'll know more when I get the blood work back, but I really won't be able to give you any solid numbers. Wish I'd been able to do any diagnostics before whatever happened so I would have something to compare this to. Yeah, you see, we're a test subject. Is the heart murmur new? No doctor has ever said you had a heart murmur. Before you can answer, she attaches a blood pressure cuff to your arm, inflating it with a few quick pumps of the bulb. The ends of your fingers tingle numbly as the cuff constricts. I'm going to die. Probably number one here. I mean, I wouldn't say that IRL, but it's heart murmurs are very bad. I don't know. I don't see doctors often. I hear that one a lot. But I get it. This country doesn't exactly make it easy for people to keep up with their health. I'm glad we caught it at least. Better for you to know. Dr. Kelly is not the traitor. Connecting dots left and right. The pressure on your arm finally releases. Blood rushes back into your fingertips. Your blood pressure is definitely higher than I would expect for someone of your age. It's not in what I would call a safe range, but it can be managed. What's my age? Do you know my age? I don't know my age. Let me know if you feel any pain. The doctor leans over you, using her forefingers to prod your abdomen. She steadies you with a gentle hand on your shoulder. No. No, I refuse. Nope. I'm interested in your thoughts on folks around town. We really don't need to do small talk. Do you know Sybil well? Small talk it is then. She's so prickly. I know her as well as anybody else. She's yet another resident of Scarlet Hollow who should really come see me more often, but she has her own ideas about health. She seems to think drinking a gallon of tea a day will grant her immortality. I'm sure I'll be seeing more her when she realizes that's not the case. Did you know my mom well? I did. We were friends growing up. She was sarcastic, but nice. I liked that about her. A hell of a lot more pleasant to be around than her sister. What did you think of Pearl Ann? Look at this face. Vivian and I used to joke she was the evil twin. Though I'm not sure you can call it a joke if it's just true. Sorry, I really shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Do you know any history about my family? Of course I do. Folks around here learn all the important myths about your family. The whole bootstraps thing with Silas, the founding of the town by the mighty Andrew J. Scarlet, and of course the big collapse and the evil Charles Shaw who gets all the blame. Excuse me. Your family is a big deal in this town. Of course I know about them. Only as much as anyone else, though. I'm not really into local history. I say we do them all, except this one. Do you have something against me? When I first showed up, you were kind of scary, and you still are. The doctor sighs, and you feel like the jabs to your torso get a little softer. Yeah, people tell me that. I'm a brusque person. It's just part of who I am. I don't mean to come off as rude. Plus, Stella and Kanika showing up with you in tow meant I would have to be a tough parent and turn you all away, and I hate having to do that. It probably made me even pricklier, haha, than I needed to be. In my defense, I'm just being protective. Reese's health is at a difficult point, and probably will be for the rest of his life. It means I have to be more strict than I'd like. But I'm sorry I let that impact the way I've spoken to you. I'll try to be more thoughtful. Well, that was nice. This is like the opposite of talking to Tabitha. I'd like to know more about the clinic. Well, it was an old hospital during the Civil War. Then one of those clean air clinics. Then around the time of the collapse, it was converted back into a hospital. But it lost most of its funding as people left town, so now it's just a doctor's office. With an astronomical heating bill, all the massive windows and glass doors make this an icebox in the winter. Oh boy. Oh boy. What happened here after the Shaw mine collapse? I suppose the only thing I know that the average resident of the holler might not is the collapse was the reason this was converted into a proper hospital. The wounded were brought here, where there were beds and medical supplies, and that pushed out the last dregs of the clean air kooks. Nobody thought the air around here was that clean after a coal mine collapse filled it with ash, and the theory was already on its way out at that point. Ah, boy, I don't know about these two. Sounds like it'd be Ghost City. Ever seen any? No. And neither has Reese, so don't try to weasel your way into seeing him again under the guise of asking him if he's seen any dead soldiers or miners or whatever. If there were to be a big stone carving hidden somewhere in the clinic, where would that be? More of that carving nonsense, huh? Okay, I don't even know what your angle could be with this one. I've never seen any big stone carvings around here, and of course I wouldn't know where someone would hide something like that. And I don't have time to show you around for some little investigation. I'm not a tour guide. After this, I'll need to re-sterilize the room, and then I've got paperwork to do for the rest of the day. Alright. So, have you noticed any ditchlings yet? Maybe I've seen some weird things outside the windows. I don't know what they are. I won't jump to any conclusions, but there's definitely some weird stuff going on around town that defies logic. You're proof enough of that. Nope. Let's see. I feel like being nice. Nope. Alright. I'll show you this one. I make two in case I accidentally do the load thing. But there's the autosave, so it really would be fine. Oh, it's fine. I'm curious as well. I'm also cringing. I'm pre-cringing this. I hope this is... I hope this exam is as fun for you as it is for me. It's my job. I'm not palpitating you for fun. There you go. Ah, but you notice an embarrassed flush of red in her cheeks. This premature aging thing isn't so bad if it means you can make a stoic silver fox like Dr. Kelly blush. Yeah, it's so cringe. Fine, fine, fine. Now you guys are divided on keeping it or not. Some of you want me to be punished. And some of you want me to succeed. I'm gonna be honorable. I'm gonna be honorable. It is cool. This is not the right, but it's fine. It made me choose to load before overwriting, so that's good. I mean, if we're gonna occasionally take a peek, it's not fair to keep. It's not fair to keep. I don't think it would have hurt anything with Stella. I'm not sure on that, but I feel like little divergences, I don't think, break those like longer chains. That's my hypothesis. I could be wrong. Also, I'm still like 50% not sure if Stella is actually the traitor. The romance thing didn't say that... How do I explain this? The romance thing, I don't think, has a bearing on things like flirt. At least that's my interpretation. The romance thing seems to be an arc all its own. Because, like, we've only done one flirtatious comment towards Kanika. We didn't build anything to get the romance option. So think about that. That seemed like we shouldn't have even been offered it because we really haven't done anything to get that option. Therefore, what I'm saying is I don't think that that necessarily indicates that if we flirt here, that will have any effect on the ongoing relationship that we've been building with Stella. But I don't know the complexities of it behind the scenes. Yeah, it makes sense that hot would make it easier to kick off a romance, I guess. We, meaning myself and chat, kind of went all in on Stella. And now we're just hoping not to get stabbed. Anyway, I'm going to say the nice thing now. I really appreciate you looking out for me, Doc. No problem. I'm just doing my job. I'd feel negligent if I saw someone go through what you've gone through and didn't step in. Even if there's not much I can do to help. Yeah, I didn't understand the... it was when you're standing out in front of the gates of the mines. And I thought that we were talking to Stella because I'm a simpleton. I didn't understand the context, and I said the thing where you go, you didn't seem that shy earlier. And I thought that was about Stella. But then Kanika blushed and responded, and I was like, oh no! I've ruined everything! Right in front of Stella! I'd like to check out your lungs. Can you breathe into this for me? Make sure you keep a tight seal on it. You place the mouthpiece against your lips and apparently over your eyes. Now blow out hard and keep going until you're out of air, okay? You do your best. You can tell it's a pitiful attempt. It's all the vaping. It's okay, we're gonna blow a fat cloud out of this thing. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'd expect given everything else. Again, I don't have data from before, but judging by your age and what I'm able to tell from a quick once-over, it's looking like you're the equivalent of at least a decade older, and not a good decade. I'm guessing the blood work is going to show about the same. She goes to a drawer and retrieves a needle. Oh, no! No! No, no, no. Sith. I need... No. I'm not doing that, no. Fuck you, chat. You're on your own. Not doing that one.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you, Trin. Sith, thank you for those biddies. I'm
No,
sure.
no, no.
There it goes.
No, no.
Oh, we got both of the
No.
no's.
No.
You guys worked together,
No.
and you did
No.
so much no. Quietly accept your fate.
Much nut.
That's how I. Now. Tenosis, thank you for the biddies. Quietly accept your fate is how I do it normally. We're getting all the no's. Seth, thank you for the biddies. I feel inclined to go with stick me with it. Yeah, okay, Doc. Stick me with it.
Eat the butt up.
Fox, thank you for the biddies. You'll barely feel it, I promise. She inserts the needle. She was wrong. You definitely feel it. But it doesn't last long. The needle slides back out quickly, and she puts a cotton ball on the tiny hole in your skin, pasting a band-aid over top to seal in your vital juices. Thanks. Is she a bug? I don't really have much of a problem with Jesus Lord. So thank you for the biddies. I don't have much of a problem with Jesus Lord. I don't have much of a problem with needles generally, except when they get one of those big fucking vials, and when they take your blood. That is the only time that it gets me kind of woozy. I can stare directly at them putting a needle in. That doesn't bother me. I have trouble looking directly at the vial. I don't know what it is about that part of it. That's the sound it makes. It's the sound that bothers me. Game player Abe, thank you for the biddies. The worst is when you are getting, like, they want to fucking do blood work. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just get the one vial, and then, you know, that's when they don't give a shit about you or you don't have enough money. But if they think they can squeeze a lot out of your insurance, they come in with, like, a cart full of vials, and they just do them back to back to back, like 15 fucking vials. And you're just like, I need some of that. Can I keep some of that? Yeah. Oh, God. Why under the kneecap? Why? Why do they need your knee blood? Oh, well, yeah, bone marrow. But that's like... I mean... Oh, to draw... Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that sucks, but that makes sense. So, yeah, it's not your knee blood, it's your knee juice. I would never want to do the moan barrow... moan barrow? Let me go get my moan barrow. Wheel out my moan barrow. I'm gonna have to put chat in the moan barrow for all their horny choices they want to make. Fuck. That's such a pleasing fuck up because it's so similar to one I used to say when I was a kid. I've told you guys about it before. Instead of saying wheelbarrow, I used to say...
Jarps shortly.
I used to say berry wheel for some reason. Well, Mossy, thank you for the biddies. Tenosis, thank you for the biddies. Beer, thank you for that gift sub.
The Jarps shortly.
Alright, we got our vital juices. Let's move on. Anonymous, thank you for the gift subs. Abnormal C, thank you for the biddies. There, see? That's all we had to do. Not bad at all. Good lord. Food, thank you for the gift sub. Alright, that's all we can do for now. I'll make sure to notify you when I get the results, and I'll send them to your GP. You do have a regular doctor back home, right? Also, shout out for keeping it real on these options, Black Tabby. But which way do we go with it? Yeah, so I don't have health insurance. Right. Exactly right. I mean, that was absolutely 100% true for me and every other streamer I know. I have to choose this now. I don't have health insurance. I'm a Twitch streamer. Oh, I see. Well, I'll give you a copy and hold on to one for my records, I suppose. Yeah, just laugh. Explain self-employment joke, yeah. Ah, shit. You should look into getting some kind of health insurance. Even something off the marketplace is better than nothing, especially since you're... She glances at your newly aged face. Probably going to want to start to get regular checkups. You're free to go. Oh, was I detained? You know how to find the door. Oh, wow, that's lenient for her, knowing, wait, is she leaving us a window of opportunity on purpose? I doubt it. She starts busying herself with cleaning up her equipment. She'll be distracted, at least for a few minutes. Antagonistic Doctor Roleplay, ASMR. Nice. Good. Your appointment is done, and you're free to explore as Sybil pleases. Ragos, thank you for the biddies. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You've been caught by the pull of the object, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. Wow. So yeah, there wasn't a choice. I think that's what they were saying. They're like, so now that you've been released from the doctor's room, we are taking over. Buckle up. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. What the fuck? The lights click on. You're in the morgue. What the fuck? Oh. Phew. Alright. I had just come around to feeling like she was okay, and then, like, if he would have been dead in here in the morgue, she definitely would have known about it, and it would have been so fucking, like, okay, it's over. She's the villain. Psycho Boy, thank you for 91 months. Co? He squints, seemingly unsure whether you're the same person he met yesterday. What are you doing in the morgue? Well, I'm dead, you see. Flirt. Hi. Is that flirting? Vampire. Oh my god, you died and she Frankensteined you back to life. Okay. Do we want to be single-minded? I feel like we probably should. Yeah. There's so many good joke answers, though. We are definitely going to have to do a joke playthrough. It's just gonna have to happen. Newt, thank you for that gift sub. You haven't seen Stella around, have you? She's been missing since last night. I haven't. Did you think you'd find her in the morgue? His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pull. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. Those are some real sounds. Those are some real sounds we're hearing. You kind of looked possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Why wall? Need see thing, but wall stand in way. Let me inside. There's some kind of magic shit going on, man. But it's telling me I need to get behind that wall. I need to get behind the wall. There's a stone carving on the other side of that wall, and I need to see it. I'm not sure how convincing number 1 would be. We should have tried flirting with the wall. It's definitely between 1 and 3 for me. I'm wondering if this would be convincing or too convincing. You know what I mean? Like, would even he be put off by this sort of behavior? Yeah, he may intervene. I mean, he seems kind. So, let's try number 3. Let me in! Let me in! That's what this should have been. This game already has memes in it. Okay, the moaning is getting louder. It's like a whole moan barrel of moaning. There's some kind of magic shit going on, man. But it's telling me I need to get behind that wall. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the dock out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the dock out of our hair? Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time it's true anyway. I like number 2. I still like number 2. I mean, I've warmed to the dock, but I still feel for Reese more, and I feel like, despite understanding her position, I still think her position has been bad. It's understandable, but it's also been a barrier to obvious shit that's going on. Use what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Exactly. Boy, I'm not sure I love the way that I'm talking about things. I don't think we need to say anything else. You say nothing, your heart pounding in your chest, as you remain fixated on the wall. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit. But I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I'd just picked some up. Damn it, Reese. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice. And some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked. The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in his place. Come on up. We don't have long till she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. Hold on a second, I think I hear a shenanigan. All is well. Hi. I visit you, you visit me? Ooh, is that how this works? Hi, buddy. Thank you. Mwah. How you doing? Thank you. Mwah. How you doing, bud? Just want to sniff my desk again? Always sniffing the desk. Hey, Mr. Man. Hey, Mr. Man. Hey, Mr. Man. Hi. Hey, Mr. Man. Hi. Ooh. There you go. Want to say hi to the people? Alrighty. Go about your doggy business. It's almost time for Din Din. Don't you worry. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is. Though, I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family's name on them. Oh, buddy. We don't really necessarily have time for that. It's a little snooperino. Reese stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Pearl Ann, cause of death, sleep apnea, discovered by her daughter, Tabitha Chrysanthemum, Scarlet. No autopsy performed. Tabitha's middle name is Chrysanthemum? Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. Oh, wow. I don't give a shit. Three. I feel like that was forbidden knowledge. Edwardine Scarlet, born April 9, 1913. Died February 12, 2003, aged 89. Cause of death, heart failure. Signed by her daughter, Pearl Ann Scarlet. Pretty normal. Almost made it to 90. Died of a normal old person illness. Enoch Scarlet, born September 9th, 1887. Died August 20th, 1957, age 68. Cause of death, fall from cliff. This one has a coroner's report attached. Organ sustained impact injuries. Lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Whoa, an actual autopsy report. Looks ancient. You quickly flip through a few of the other Scarlets whose names aren't quite as familiar. Theodore Scarlet, born May 28, 1890, died 1918, aged 28. Cause of death, crushed in mine collapse. Body not recovered, signed by his brother, Enoch Scarlet. Joseph Scarlet, born April 1914, died June 7, 1944. Louis Scarlet, born August 1920, died June 6, 1944. Both killed at Normandy in the line of duty. These must have been Edwardine's brothers. Certificate of fetal death, infant boy, Andrew Charles Scarlet, delivered April 3, 1945, stillbirth. Mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Cause of death, complications during birth. No doctor present. Home burial. Alexandra Scarlet, born July 12, 1946, died August 20th, 1957, aged 9. Missing, presumed dead. Signed by mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Alexandra, the owner of the doll, so she went missing. Mary Bell Scarlet, born April 3rd, 1947, died October 30th, 1963, age 16. Cause of death, complications during childbirth. Signed by her mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Wow, that's a lot of kids to outlive. Time to whip out the old string and corkboard. Reese's eyes flick up to the doorway, and a second later you hear the sound of the front door handle being turned. His hand is on your shoulder before you even register what's happening, and you're pushed back out of view of the front door. Shit, I'm not supposed to be in here. We gotta hide. He hurries to the closet door, motioning you inside. You slip inside and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is close on your heels. Yeah, let him in. You let him in. Together, you listen as the doctor makes her way to some room deeper in the clinic. In the silence of the tiny closet, every breath seems too loud, as if you could expect Dr. Kelly to hear it from wherever she was across the house. We'd better wait a second, just in case.
Excuse me. What did you think you were doing, eh? Hi. Get a good sniff? Don't mess with that bag, okay? Go play. Go on. Don't go right back to that bag.
The two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards, broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. The footsteps return. They get louder, approaching the open office door, and then they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. We're in the clear.
We've probably only got a minute or two until she comes back, so let's make it count. The medical supply room is probably our best bet. I mean, she's back. We need to give up on this. Right? If any other room in the clinic is likely to have a fire axe, it's probably the room full of chemicals. This way. He motions you down a hallway, slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume to be the supply room. Yes, there it is. Is it? What's that? Some burrs? Keys. Oh, I'm fucking blind. Didn't see it there. Here we go. He rushes over to the cabinet that contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe? Your axe? Your axe? No. Axe.
I was like, you should have some string about my axe. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah. Now we can... Reese pauses, turning to listen intently. That was the door from the house. Come on, if we hurry, we can get you back downstairs. I'll run interference. Go downstairs, quick. You can hear her approaching now, floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. You follow Reese's instruction, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right. We did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge. But there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. How convenient. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door at the top of the stairs close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Reese, you shouldn't have come down here. Reese, this was not a wise choice, Reese. Hey. Wall now, yes? Wall. Let's do this. May I make the first blow? You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down? Hell yeah. Me too. I should warn you, something spooky might happen when we break down that wall. Yeah, It's interesting the explorers are at the bottom. What's up?
I'm hungry.
I'm a little bit too. Mac and cheese. No.
I have to make an entire box.
Yeah.
You can't have one extra this late at night.
No.
Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I hope it comes out in a wash. Anyway.
Well, I'm just saying. I would take part in some nibbles. I don't. Sorry. I don't really have anything. I've got a lot of rice. Just rice. Lots and lots
good when you want 1,000.
Too many. Can't do it.
One big curvy tooth.
Stop timid.
No, not at all. Kind of similar, I guess. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Black Tabby.
Hmm?
Oh, they were saying there's a good stopping point. They detected that the food discussion meant probably stopping.
Well, I mean, it's already midnight.
It is true. Well, streamers stream all night long.
You don't.
I don't.
Not loud. Will you guys stop fighting?
Is the good stopping point the end of the chapter? It feels like we're nearly... I'm getting worried.
I guess I'll just aimlessly wander around the kitchen.
Okay. Well, I'll be done soon. I'll help. Okay. Okay. Let's open with the warning here. Sorry for the long pause. I should warn you. Something spooky might happen when we break down that wall. I feel like the wall is Reese and the breakdown is murder, and I'm scared. Look, the alien isolation thing was a unique case. I didn't expect it to go another 17 hours. It seemed like it was over. Reese smiles. Good. I feel like I've been missing out lately. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of that wall, said Sybil. Let's do this. Have at it. That sounds like flesh. At first. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There is some structure behind it. Some wood frame holding it in place. Trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You got me with that, Sith. I was like, what the... Also, Shade the Snake, thank you for nice months. Foxborn, thank you for the biddies. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from the forgotten passageway into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back here. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. It was made for you. Reese, stay behind. Reese. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. We just stepped into Silent Hill. An entire hospital wing, rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. There it is. Injured man. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll
I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do?
Nonsense, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research, and I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I went to talk to the witch.
A witch? But that's nonsense.
It's all right. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself.
Yo! It's the little dude from the thing. That rocks. This fucking rocks. When the dude's head comes off and then the eye stalks come out. This looks familiar as well. Is this supposed to be like Mike Myers? That's Hellraiser. That's the doors. Sorry. Oh, is that a little companion cube maybe? Sorry. I'm just like, all the things. Look at all the things. I don't know what that is. It looks like a bird sticking its ass out. I don't know why. Ah, this is the stopping point. Thank you. This has been most awesome. And it is the perfect stopping point. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. This has been super fun. I hope you enjoyed. And thanks for stopping by, Black Tabby. Yeah, absolutely. I'm dying inside knowing that this chapter is only going to last us a little bit longer. So, very much looking forward to everything else you guys have in store. If this isn't the end, but who knows? I don't know. But yeah, enjoying the hell out of it. You guys have done an incredible job. Oh, and I am super excited for, oh no. The exact name, the princess game. I have trouble with names. Oh, it is Slay the Princess. I didn't want to say the wrong name. But yeah, I'm super excited for Slay the Princess. I keep going back and revisiting the trailer because it looks super awesome, so. I wish you guys the best, and I hope that things are going awesome for you. Hot Slay the Princess. Yeah. That's going to do it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you tomorrow, and we'll be continuing with Scarlet Hollow. Until then.